Guys, there's three things, and three things only, that are going to help you rank better in Google through SEO for sellers, for buyers, as a real estate investor or as an agent. And we're going to dive into that in this video. Hey guys, I'm Trevor, the CEO of Carrot, and we help thousands and thousands of the top real estate investors and agents rank really high in Google and generate more leads that are organic inbound SEO leads than any other system in the world from motivated house sellers. Now, how we do that is through the process we're going to teach today. But if you were to do a Google search for Sell My House Fast Dallas or Sell My House Fast any city in the country, you're probably going to find somewhere between 3 and 8 Carrot clients dominating page 1 in Google, and you can do the same with the process that we're going to show. So if you like this content, you want to learn more about SEO or learn more about how to generate more leads online or even mindset, subscribe here for more mindset marketing, access to our podcast, and a lot more here on the Carrot YouTube channel. All right, guys, like I said, there's 3 things to think about when you're doing SEO. And when I originally started building a website way back about 10 to 15 years ago, it was really hard, right? And my initial thought was, how do I just get online? My initial thought wasn't, how do I get performance? And as we've grown and as we've gone, we've started to focus more and more on performance really matters. And so the 3 things I've distilled over the last decade that have helped our clients dominate Google for motivated sellers and buyers as well are these 3 things I'm walking through. The first one is tech stack. The second one is content, and the third one is really ease of use. And we're going to dive into each one of those individually here on my iPad. All right, guys, so I'm on the iPad right now, and what we're really going for up here, of course, is results. We're wanting to have the website rank high in Google. And there's 3 pillars here. The first pillar that we're going to go into is really that tech stack, okay? What is tech stack? Well, tech stack is kind of the fancy, techie way to talk about how the website is actually built. And websites are not all created equal. So if you were to look at a tool like one of those free or cheap website builders like a Wix or Weebly or Squarespace, their tech stack is inherently built differently than the tech stack of something like a WordPress or a custom site that someone might make or Carrot, because they're going after different purposes. The tech stack of a custom site that a local web developer made, the website might look really pretty aesthetically, but behind the scenes the code might be clunky and it moves slow and things like that. If we don't get the tech stack down, that's the foundation of everything. Everything else you do on top of that will actually not work as well. So this is the biggest important thing. So tech stack, the first thing is speed. Okay, we've got to really nail the speed side of things. So if you were to do some Google searches or check out the other content in our series where we talk about speed and we show speed and how to make your websites load faster and how Carrot compares to others, the speed of a website is now considered one of Google's ranking factors. Okay, they've published a paper over the last several years that they said page speed is now important, and they have something called Core Web Vitals now, okay, or CWV. Core Web Vitals are those core things on your website that Google now considers vital to making the website good quality, and that they reward or they push down with rankings. That's how fast does your website load when someone pulls it up? Is it mobile friendly? Like, does it work really, really well on a cell phone? Is it something that is gonna be really easy and simple for someone to browse? And quick question for you here. How many websites have you guys pulled up on your cell phone? You pulled it up and you went, okay, you're almost doing this like internal clock in your mind, and I do like a 5-second countdown timer. I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 subconsciously. And if the website doesn't load by that time, I bounce back because we're impatient. So website speed is insanely important for SEO and for conversion. Another part in your tech stack is, does your website have what's called a sitemap? And a sitemap is a really simple structure where it's this piece of code behind the scenes that you can't see, that every time there's a new page added to your website should automatically add it to the sitemap. And the sitemap is connected to Google, kind of sends out a little ping to Google every time there's a new page added. And that helps Google to kind of recognize what pages you have on your website. So I know I'm very oversimplifying it in a big way, but this is what we focus on every day, so you don't have to in your business. You can focus on being an investor or being an agent. But we want to make the website insanely fast. It has to load in under 2.5 seconds in order for it to get kind of Google's eyes and to pass its Core Web Vitals test. And we want to make sure it has a sitemap and some of the other things to make the website load fast and be an easy experience for Google to recognize how to use. Tech stack is for Google, okay? The number 2 part, guys, is content. So once we've got the foundation of your website built, and we've got the tech stack laid out. Now we say, what do we put on top of that tech stack? What do we actually put on top of the website? Well, we need to have content on there. And so the content that's going to help you rank really high in Google, 9 times out of 10, y'all, anytime I look at a client's website or someone that's not a Carrot client and they say, I'm not ranking well, the first thing I look on their website is, number one, what is on the top of their website, their title tag. Okay, your title tag is basically the descriptor that Google reads to say, what is this page about? And we want to make sure our title tag is titled something that your best prospects might type into Google. So if you're a real estate agent in Roseburg, Oregon, you might have your title tag called Best Real Estate Agents in Roseburg, Oregon for your homepage. Or your title tag for a location page as a real estate investor might be Sell Your House Fast, Duluth, or something like that as your title tag. That tells Google what the content of the page is about. Okay, but the next couple things are, when you're building out the content, the most common mistake is people don't have enough content on the page. We need to be having somewhere between 500 and 800 words minimum on a page if we're hoping to get it ranked in Google in the real estate industry. Okay, so I would really shoot for the 800 word mark, maybe even 1,000 if it's a really competitive phrase. And that content should be robust and valuable. Okay, in the content, don't write it for Google, write it for the user. Write it so they feel engaged, where you're answering their questions and you're bringing in your expertise and you're really showing your value and building your authority and eliminating objections along the way. Okay, we have full guides and resources that show you how to do your on-page optimization with your content, but shoot for around that 800 word mark, make it valuable and robust, and make sure that your title tag is describing the type of content on that page that your prospects might search. Okay, so number three on here is the website needs to be easy to use. Okay, so the website, what does that mean to be easy to use? Well, one of the things that Google looks at on your website is what's called your bounce rate, or what is the quality of the website when people are actually engaging in it. So if you have ever, can remember yourself doing a Google search and you click a link on there and you bounce right back from that website, that's actually a negative indicator in Google's eyes to say this website must not be high quality for that search phrase, because the user wouldn't have bounced back so fast. Okay, if the website is high quality, it's got good content, it's easy to navigate, that means people are going to click around in it. They're going to click the navigation link up top. They're going to click this thing down below. And we have an entire video actually that walks you through exactly how to structure your website in this series that is going to make it clickable. It's going to make it so it's easy to use. It's going to make it so the right content is in the right spot. So check out that video, because it's going to be critical for you in this part. Okay, and time on page, like I said, is very, very important. When someone lands on your website, you want them to browse, you want them to click, you want them to read, you want them to go from one page to the next and hopefully become a lead for you, of course. Those are indicators that tells Google it's high quality, and they're going to start to reward you even higher in Google. All right, guys, so those are the 3 parts, the basic elements of ranking high in Google. Number 1, get the tech stack right. Without that, the rest of it isn't going to matter. Number 2, make sure there's good, robust content that is valuable to the user, but it's robust enough to tell Google that you're a valuable resource for that. And number 3, make sure the website is easy to navigate and use, especially on mobile devices, and makes it so people stay on your site. They click around. They're on your site for a number of minutes to indicate to Google that they're high quality for you. You're going to start to be rewarded with higher and higher rankings. Now check out the other videos in this series, because we dive in deeper on each one of these segments to show you how to do those things. Okay, guys, so subscribe to the entire series. Subscribe to the channel to unlock more of our marketing mindset podcast and other tutorials here on Carrot. Love you guys. We'll see you guys on the rest of the series. Go implement this stuff. Don't just take it and go sit on it. Take it and go do something with it. And we'll see you on the other side.